Oh, hey.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Scott.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to film our virtual event. I got the day off.
Actually, I was asked to film the virtual event.
There must be some kind of mix-up.
Well, I think they wanted an executive.
Understood. Chocolate?
Thank you.
Hello and thank you for joining us on our luxury virtual cruise event, and I'm super excited to be talking you through and introducing you to our special guest. My name is Drew Daly and I'll be your host as we go on a luxury discussion all about luxury cruising. So who doesn't want to go on a luxury cruise, right? I do, so sign me up. So joining me today, we have two guests from two luxury cruise lines, sister companies, but very different brands. So we have the Vice President of Strategic Accounts for Oceania Cruises. We have Scott Klusner.
Hi, everybody.
And the Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Regent Seven Seas, Randall Soy.
Greetings all.
So Scott and Randall, thanks so much for taking the time to join me today and talk through all things luxury. And luxury is different, as you both know, to the consumer, and certainly a different of what expectation is. And I think it's, first of all, to bring this content to all of our customers out there to kind of bring to the forefront the opportunity that means to go on a luxury cruise, because there's so much more included in just inclusiveness in general. But your brands are very different. So I'm going to start with you, Scott. So what can a consumer expect aboard an Oceania cruise?
Well, our ships are intimate, so we have 6 ships, and 4 of them are just under 700 guests, and 2 of them are 1,250 guests. So intimate in nature, so when you get on board, it's we describe it as a country club casual atmosphere on board. So there's no formal nights. So gentlemen, you don't have to wear your tuxedos. Ladies, you don't have to bring your sequin gowns. You're on vacation.
So no tuxedos, no formal
tuxedos,
gowns.
no formal nights. You know, you're on vacation. We don't want you to feel like you have to be told what to wear. It's a very comfortable and relaxed atmosphere on board.
No, that's great, Scott. So Randall, what about you? What's life like aboard Regent Seven Seas?
Relaxing, sophisticated, enjoyable, fun, inclusive, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, but I think that's how we truly describe Regent Seven Seas Cruises. But I want to go back in terms of the question itself about luxury cruising. There's kind of a misnomer or a myth about what luxury cruising is, or even what luxury is. And we get hung up on that. Don't be. Think about what your dream vacation looks like, and we want it to be a part of Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Don't get hung up in a specific bucket or brand. Make of it as you wish. So if you want to be as active and engaging on board through shore excursions or what have you, we have a perfect opportunity for that. If you want to relax on your gorgeous balcony and just take in the sea, that's up to you. That's the choice. That's what we offer in the luxury of Regent Seven Seas Cruises.
That's great. It's so funny to hear words intimate, relaxed, fun, and consumers vary in all tastes and everything what they're looking for fun on board, relaxing. We all have different variables on it. So what's interesting, and we're getting questions, I have people that ask me all the time too, oh, what are the people like on board a luxury cruise? And I know we talked about the atmosphere. It's not formal, it's relaxed, country club, but do you find other people outgoing, energetic? I mean, you said they were a little bit more active, but what do you find with Regent as the kind of person on board?
There's people of all walks of life. We are fortunate to have customers from all over the world, so it's very global in that nature. But at the end of the day, these are like-minded people that are excited to be citizens of the world and share with the people that they love in the destinations that they're visiting. So they're eager to learn more about what's going on in that place, but just as happy to be sitting in the lounge and having a great glass of wine, connecting with family and reminiscing. So it's people all over the place, and people like you and me who are just, you know, done some really nice things in their lives and want to celebrate that. That's how I would describe it.
Great. And Scott, what about the Oceania?
Very similar as well. Most of our clients are mature couples, and average age is around 60 on board our ships. I was just on one of our sailings from Lisbon to Rome, a 10-night sailing with my wife and kids, and it was encouraging to see all of the activities that were available for everybody on board. So we really target couples who enjoy the finer things in life. The experiences are really designed with that older couple in mind. We have wine tastings, we have scotch tastings, cognac tastings. We have Canyon Ranch Spa Club on board for those that would like to indulge in some of the spa treatments.
Nobody wants that, right?
We have culinary classes on board, and I know our sister brand has that on their newest ship too. And I was fortunate enough to take Essential Pasta which I just prepared at home, one of the dishes. So that's a lot of fun to do as well. So people that have a culinary interest, there's that aspect as well. In the evenings, we have production shows, we have Broadway-style shows, live music. There really is plenty to do on board for our well-traveled guests.
Yeah, and so I think as we look at some of the comments that are coming in and some of the feedback, it's about the options. So there are options available for anyone to do whatever they want to do, or as little as they want, right? And that's what's so great. People can do what they want when they want to, and there are options on board. I'm curious too, because we talked a little bit about the size of the ship. So on average, what is the Randall within Regent? How many people per ship?
Oh, it's in the hundreds. So our largest ships only have 750 guests, and our smallest at 490. So to Scott's point, similarly, these are intimate vessels. So they are the opportunity to be with hundreds rather than thousands. You're not compromising on the services on board while getting into some of those smaller destinations that you might not be able to with a bigger ship. So, and that's a really key point in terms of luxury cruising, specifically for us. That destination is such a crucial part. And so being able to go into some of the smaller places and being able to get in there and enjoy it quickly as opposed to queuing up to get off and get on and so forth, that's a big advantage.
So tell me about staff to guest ratio. So when you have ships of 700 or less people, obviously you have crew on board supporting that. And service is a huge moniker for all luxury type experiences. So what is that ratio like with Regent?
It's like 1.4 to 1.5. But it's not only, and I get really passionate about this, it's not the number or the ratio. It's the quality of the individuals providing that service. On the Regent Seven Seas brand, we are very, very fortunate to have talented men and women delivering this each and every day without gratuities. This is their livelihood, many of whom have been with us, as with me, for decades and are proud to be doing this. So the connection that our guests have with staff members is a personal connection that is so much more than just a service provider and customer. And that's what brings people back again and again to Regent, is that level of service.
And Scott, with Oceania, do you find the same in terms of the quality of the training,
You know, I like to say that it's sort of a simple formula. We have more staff looking after fewer guests on our intimate-sized ships. So that typically translates into higher levels of service. So for 684 guests, 4 of our ships, 684 guests, we have a staff of 400 looking after them. For our 2 ships that are 1,250 guests, we have 800 staff that are looking after them. So they really get to know you as an individual. You're not just one in a crowd of thousands of people, and it's a much more genuine, friendly, personalized level of service on board.
That's awesome. So a couple of things, I see a lot of questions coming in. So I want to make sure all of you are aware of the best way to get your questions answered. I know we've been able to go through several of them. We'll have some more to go. Make sure you reach out to your travel agent. There's a feature, you can click on the button right there and you can send a question direct to them. We are having some giveaways throughout the virtual cruise event, and we'll be doing one very soon. So make sure you're watching to keep to see what you win. Unless you don't know if you won. So even though everyone is a winner in our eyes, right? Especially when they book a luxury cruise. So Scott, let's talk about the inclusiveness of what your product has to offer. So what is Oceania? If somebody books an Oceania cruise, maybe they've never been on a cruise, maybe they have. What's included in their cruise fare ticket?
We are more inclusive than some of the premium lines, so like a Holland America, Celebrity Princess, but we're not all inclusive like our luxury sister Regent. So with us, when you purchase an Oceania cruise, airfare is included, internet is included, and we have a promotion called O-Life Choice where you are able to select one of the following: free shore excursions, a shipboard credit, or a beverage package. And we describe it as your world, your way. It's really what's most important to you in terms of your vacation experience and what you'd like on board. Now, dining and the culinary experience is huge for Oceania Cruises. That's where we really hang our hat, and that's what we're best known for. So we don't charge extra for our specialty dining. All of our specialty dining is included, and that adds up. On a lot of ships, that can be anywhere from $30 to $50 per person, so there's great value there. We also include shuttle service from the ports to many city centers on most of our sailings. 24-hour room service is included. And we also understand that people don't like to be nickeled and dimed. So we include bottled water, soft drinks, specialty coffees and teas.
And the food is amazing. So it's definitely an amazing presentation, but the entire culinary experience on board. So,
and again, that's really what we're known for. We partnered with Jacques Pepin early on. We're celebrating our 15th anniversary, and Jacques has been with us since the beginning. And with Jacques, it's all about simplicity and fresh, high-quality ingredients.
well, happy anniversary. That's
Thank
exciting.
you.
I think the best
Thank
way to
you.
help celebrate their anniversary is to book an Oceania cruise today, right?
Sounds good to me.
And also book a Regent cruise. So what about on board Regent, Randall? What is we know it's all inclusive, but what does that really mean?
We're fortunate at Regent, this is where we hang our hat on being the most inclusive luxury cruise experience. So in addition to all the things that Scott mentioned, specifically, and I'll touch on a few of them in terms of no charges for alternative dining, no costs or no charges for drinks, beverages, coffees, all those things. Some of the major ones for us, we include free business class air on intercontinental flights. So come to Europe with us, come to Asia with us, business class is included. Free one-night hotel program for people in concierge suites and above. So arrive relaxed and refreshed, enjoy that city for a half day or whatever, and then get on board the vessel. And then certainly we offer free Wi-Fi. But for us, I will tell you, the game-changing opportunity was when we started to offer free unlimited shore excursions. People come on luxury cruises, in our opinion and from our research, to experience the destination. By including shore excursions, that enables people to immerse themselves in that destination and takes away the hassle of this one, buy this one, or compromising whatever. And it's not necessarily, and Scott spoke to this as well, it's not that people can't afford it. It's about the convenience and being free to do whatever you would like on that journey without missing out. So our excursions are included. That enables us to have a wide plethora of choices for people and enable them to get into the destination at the level of exertion that they would like. Let's see, what else do we offer that's included?
Internet's a big thing, but how has that evolved? Have you seen a shift in the evolution of your brand?
Now, not only do they want to get away, but they want and demand to stay connected. So we offer the free Wi-Fi service along with a premium streaming service that you can pay a little bit more for if that's what you would like.
And that's why when you have your such impressive hardware for both Oceania and Regent Seven Seas, where guests are on board, they put that tablet down pretty quickly so they can go around and enjoy, whether it's a pool, a show, or maybe it's the casino. There's a number of things, but my personal favorite is the spa. Scott, what's your personal favorite on the ship?
I love the shore excursions. We, as I mentioned earlier, I was just on the sailing Lisbon to Rome with my wife and kids who are 13 and 12. And we did some active shore excursions, which was really cool. We did biking in Mallorca. So one of my favorite areas on the ships is baristas, actually, where we serve real Italian-made coffee, Illy coffee. And I'm there every morning. I'm at home here in the US. I'm a Starbucks junkie. And obviously, we can't always get that over in Europe. So what I love to do is in the morning and the afternoon, get my espresso or cappuccino at Baristas, our coffee shop on board.
Awesome, great coffee. What about you, Randall? What's your favorite spot on board your ships?
Wow, you know, it changes per itinerary and
probably per
destination
ship,
and who I'm with. For example, on our newest ship, Seven Seas Explorer, obviously just standing on deck 5 in that beautiful expansive area, it's like being in a fine hotel, just people watching, seeing people come and go. It's just a wonderful place to observe and connect and so forth. And then again, there's a great restaurant on board Explorer called Pacific Rim, which is unlike any other restaurant that I've experienced at sea, and you feel like you're having an amazing Asian meal, whether you're in Hong Kong or in Bangkok or what have you. But again, back to Scott's point about being with your kids, some of my greatest experiences have been on board with my family. And we recently had the pleasure of sailing on Seven Seas Mariner to Alaska, and I went ziplining with my kids. And it was so much fun to be together, and my wife and my 2 children zipping down and just having a blast. And those were really, really fun experiences.
Well, one thing I guess that you're hearing from both Scott and Randall is regardless of whether it's Oceania or Regent, it's always about who you're traveling with to enhance the experiences on board, which their products offer great ways that you can enhance and have great memories that last a lifetime. But talk about memories that last a lifetime. now is the moment you've been waited for. So if you've been waiting to find out what our exclusive offer is, it's not now, so you have to wait till the end of the event. However, it is the time that we're going to share with you who our lucky winner is. So a big congratulations, it's on the screen now, of our winner of our virtual cruise event giveaway item. So it's always good to be a winner.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. But I still see a lot of questions coming in. It's all about service. It's all about the butler, right? So Scott, I need to know what's going on with the butler. What does a butler do? How can I get a butler? I want a butler.
Well, I'd be happy to share with you, Drew, all the things that our butler does, but let me actually summon one of our butlers for you.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yes, you rang, sir.
Butler, good
Yes.
afternoon. Can you share with this lovely audience some of the things that you do for our guests while you're on board?
I'd be happy to do that, Mr. Klusner. With our butler service, I can assist with as much or as little as you'd like throughout your entire voyage.
Can you give me an example of some of the things you do? What if I have laundry that I need to send out?
I'd be happy to get your laundry sent out to service, folded, and brought back to you. I'd be happy to shine your shoes, press your clothes. As I said, anything that you'd like, sir.
What if I would like to make some additional reservations at a specialty restaurant?
We'd be happy to make additional reservations once you're on board. Obviously, you can make several reservations before you get on board, but if you'd like to dine additional nights in our specialty restaurants, all of our butlers would be happy to get you those reservations.
Thank you, Butler.
One of the best things a butler did for us. One afternoon, we are just relaxing, watching a movie together as a family. How often do you do that at sea? Our butler came in, hot buttered popcorn, chocolate sundaes, and milkshakes.
I think I'm booking my cruise now. I mean, that's great.
That's what the butler can do for you.
But speaking of different other surprises and delights, Scott, so what does Oceania do on board for surprising and delighting their guests?
We were dining together in our private dining room, privé, which is a great option, by the way, for couples traveling together if you want to celebrate a significant life milestone. This private dining room is nestled right in between Toscana and Polo Grill on Riviera Marina. It seats 10, and it's a great intimate setting if you want to celebrate something special with family, loved ones, friends. So we were there with our friends and my kids, and the waiter happened to be the same waiter who was on our Alaska cruise 4 years ago. His name is Buddha, and he comes from Nepal, and towards the end of dinner he actually brought out a cake that said, "Welcome back, Max and Caroline," which are my children's names. So that was quite special. So those are some of the things. That was for my family, obviously, but that's a great example of something that we would do if we overheard somebody speaking, overheard somebody talking, and mentioned it was their birthday or their anniversary. We would surprise them with a cake. So there's a number of things that we do. When I was in Alaska, our cruise director actually got off the ship in the Zodiac, chipped off ice from one of the icebergs. This was while we were at Hubbard Glacier one afternoon, and brought that back and made drinks on board using the glacial ice. So that was pretty cool.
Special.
Wow, that's good.
That's great. So Randall, what about on Regent? What are some of the niceties that are just surprises that guests can
Well, there's so
see
many of those
happen,
little magical
right?
moments that occur. But I would tell you the best part, or what I would recommend on that, is don't be shy. Make sure you share what's important to you to your professional travel agent, that they can pass it on to you. Our team on board will observe and identify what's important, but at the end of the day, talk to your travel agent about what you really want to accomplish, because those surprises and delights can be planned in many, many cases. But one time, I think one of the best surprise and delights that I recall was coming back from a shore excursion in Greece, and all of the staff that was not physically working at stations at that particular time were lined up by the embarkation gate. So instead of just coming in, swiping your key card and going back up on board, there was 40 staff members there just applauding guests, welcoming them back. And you felt like, I'm coming home. And that connection with the staff goes a long, long way.
How important do you think a travel agent is to the process of booking a Regent Seven Seas cruise?
In my opinion, it is essential. We all live very, very busy and hectic lives. And many of us, unfortunately, don't take advantage of all the vacation time you may have earned. And so when you do it, you feel the need to jump in and a lot of times do a lot of that yourselves. Just as you would in other areas of your lives, from professional services, from your realtor to your attorney, to physicians and so forth, contact a professional. A professional travel agent can speak to the various options that are available and best for you. They certainly can denote the best values that are available to you, and more importantly, put you in the right place so that you have someone with confidence that is looking out on your behalf to make that dream vacation happen. Take advantage of it. You deserve it. Use a travel professional.
Awesome. Scott, what about you?
Travel is a significant investment, and most people take 1 or 2 vacations a year, and you would use a professional in other areas of your life. If you needed medical advice, you go to a doctor. If you needed legal advice, you go to a lawyer. If you need travel advice, go to a travel professional. They can be your value interpreter.
You've hit the nail on the head with all of that, and they have access to exclusive offers, which by being part of our virtual cruise event, you are entitled to taking advantage of that. All you have to do is one simple thing, is book an Oceania and a Regent 7 Seas cruise, individually or both, but you'll get entitled to an exclusive offer, which you'll hear more about, and your travel agent will be able to talk through it. The best part is, with whether it's Cuba, whether it's Japan, or even a world cruise for that matter, there's options available. And what better way to experience any of those options than aboard either Oceania or Regent 7 Seas on a luxury cruise experience. And there, you probably still have so many questions that are coming in, but thank you so much for taking the time to join us. The best advice I have to you is talk to your travel agent. You heard from Randall and from Scott. They said the same thing. And thank you both so much for taking the time to join us and helping educate our consumers on the value of all things luxury with your brands.
Great. Thank you, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, everybody. Make it a great day.